This is a, well, in the background there um, is an Amazon Echo, and, ooh, yeah, and so that actually, I should say the A word Echo. Um, there's only two, they call this a wake word to kind of get the device's attention. Um, you actually have only two choices for what the wake word can be. It can either be Alexa or the A word. And um, I thought that you could change it to whatever you wanted within certain, you know, bounds of what it deems to be human audible speech. That is incorrect. Uh, so um, let me just say good evening. Amazon, good evening.
Good evening.
And it does a few things like that where it kind of converses with you. Um, it doesn't really do a lot of small talk, and that's disappointing. Also, it's kind of nice, though, that, I don't know, treating a computer as a human is not a good habit in my mind. But let's just go through a couple of interactions here. Amazon, what time is it?
The time is 9:52.
Amazon, what is the date?
Today is Wednesday, December 3rd,
Amazon, what year is it?
2014.
Okay, let me actually say that question a little bit differently, and you'll see how annoying this can be. Amazon, what is the year?
Year, a period of time containing 365 or 366 days.
So I notice I said Amazon. Oh, Amazon, stop. Stop. I said a word. Um, what is the year? And then it gave me a definition. Um, and if I say a word, what is the date? It didn't give me a definition. So it's a little difficult to know how it's parsing semantically English. It kind of does it in a um, non-systematic way, in my opinion. Um, and so you can ask it trivia. They show in the commercial, like, you can, say, like, who's the singer of, Green Day or whatever, and it'll answer. So it's interesting. So I'll just give it a couple. Yeah, Amazon. Who's the lead singer of the Beatles?
The Beatles' lead singer was Paul McCartney.
It's like, okay, fine. Uh, Amazon. Who is the drummer for the Beatles?
The Beatles' drummers were Ringo Starr and Pete Best.
Yeah, ooh, trivia. So, it does fairly well on that sort of thing. Amazon. Who is the director of The Godfather?
The Godfather's director is Francis Ford Coppola.
Bravo. Um, it doesn't always get everything. I mean, like, so I picked Godfather because it's sort of a known movie. Let me do something else, like what we would believe is sort of a well-known movie from the same time period. So I'm not, saying, about that movie that came out 2 weeks ago. Um, Amazon. Who's the director of Jaws?
Sorry, I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
And I think that's because it doesn't understand that Jaws is a movie title. Um, so let me also do something else. Amazon. Who's the director of E.T.?
I can't find the answer to the question I heard.
And let me just do another one. I've never done this one. Amazon. Who is the director of The Karate Kid?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
So I don't think it's recognizing those as movie titles. I'm not sure I mean, I don't know, maybe if we do it in like an Alfred Hitchcock movie, like Amazon. Who's the director of North by Northwest?
North by Northwest's director is Alfred Hitchcock.
Oh, snap, I got it. Um, oh, okay, yeah, wait. There's some other trivia that it gets wrong. It's kind of funny. So I'm in New York, and, it's football season. American tackle gridiron football, yeah. And so this is just funny. So let's just do it. Amazon. Who is the head coach of the New York Jets?
New York Jets coach is Tom Brady.
That's totally wrong. That's it might not be very funny to everyone, but however it's whatever corpus of text it's using to search for the answer to that, I mean, that's way off. That is way off. And I'm sorry if you don't, I'm not a huge football fan, but even I know that's wrong. So then it's also basketball season. NBA basketball season has begun, and New York Knicks kind of stink, but they're a fairly popular team here. So let's just ask who the head coach of the New York Knicks are. Hey, Amazon. Who's the head coach of the New York Knicks?
New York Knicks coach is Rick Pitino.
And so he hasn't been the coach since like 1988, and the year is 2014. So that's really wrong. Hey Amazon. Yo, Amazon. Who's the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets? Oh man, Amazon. Who's the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets? Let's see if it gets that.
I can't find the answer to the question.
that was my problem. Amazon. Who is the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets?
Brooklyn Nets coach is Avery Johnson.
Which is also wrong. Well, for some time frame, it's wrong. I mean, it's right if we have a time machine. But it's not as bad as the Rick Pitino one. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, okay, yeah, the to-do list. So they show off in the commercial that you can do a to-do list and or shopping list, whatever. So I'm gonna try to clear my to-do list. Excuse me, my to-do list. Amazon, clear my shopping list.
Shuffling your music.
Son of a gun. It's never done that before. I wanted to show something else. Hey, Amazon. No, wait, stop. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't want to know. So, the Amazon, stop. Don't talk back to me, Amazon. Okay. Amazon, remove everything from my shopping list.
Everything added to your shopping list.
Son of a gun. So that's really annoying. You can't remove anything from the shopping list or the to-do list by speaking to it. You have to go through the app, which isn't a big problem, I guess. But, my hands are... If I'm in the midst of doing something and I don't want to pick up my phone or whatever, I just want to say, hey, and got that task done, or hey, I don't need that task to be done, right? Okay, so let's see if I can even say to it, like, hey, what's on my to-do list, right? So, Amazon, what's on my shopping list? Or my to-do list,
to view your shopping list, visit the companion app.
Which, is not how I would prefer to, get things done. If I am interacting verbally, I wish to, or whatever you want to call this dialogue approach. It's really only a monologue, which is unfortunate, but fine. They also show that this device can help you spell words. And we even saw earlier that it kind of, if you ask, like, who's the drummer? And then there's, like, a list of drummers, it'll kind of give you all the options, right? So if I give it a word like colonel, where there's two very different spellings, with two different meanings, what does it do? So Amazon, spell colonel. Amazon, spell colonel.
Colonel is spelled K-E-R-N-E-L.
that other spelling doesn't get it to you. So that's kind of annoying. And, you can do the weather. So I'm going to try and recreate something that happened a little while ago to me. Amazon, what's the weather in Barcelona?
In Barcelona, Spain, it's 50 degrees with rain. Today, you can look for thunderstorms with a high of 56 and a low of 46.
Amazon, what's the weather in Egypt?
Which city in Egypt?
This time I got it. Oh, Cairo.
Right now in Cairo, Egypt, it's 64 degrees with clear skies. Today's forecast has lots of sun, with a high of 81 and a low of 60.
Well, that's unfortunate. Last time I did that, it told me about some kind of weird campground in Michigan that sort of sounded like Egypt, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe I just didn't enunciate correctly, or well enough. Anyway, and another one time, you can also tune into radio stations. I won't show that off again now, but we had an issue where I was trying to get the local ESPN FM station, and I don't know the call letters. If you know the call letters, it seems to get it no matter what. Very well. But it somehow misinterpreted it, and it was giving me an Amazon, Prime music. Oh, Amazon, stop.
Here's a Prime playlist
No.
recommended for you.
Oh,
M83 and more.
No, Amazon, stop. Amazon, stop. Okay. But let me keep using a word. A word, play, New York ESPN FM station. It went all wrong, and it started giving me an A word Prime music playlist of things I don't own or I have a playlist of. And it was like Hindu exercise music. So it was very, kind of like, I don't think that sounded at all correct, but it did its best to kind of guess what I wanted, and it was just kind of like a little off in my opinion. And we're over like 12 minutes here. So, Amazon, do you sleep?
You can press the mic off button to stop my name waking me up.
And it's nice that it says that, but let's do a nice ending here. Amazon, good night.
Good night.